It was supposed to be a simple walk home. Just 11 years old, Carlie Brucia never imagined that a short trip would turn into the most twisted and heartbreaking crime caught on camera for the world to see. The walk home that turned into a nightmare. On February 1st, 2004, it was a quiet Sunday evening in Sarasota, Florida. At around 6:21 p.m., 11-year-old Carlie Brucia left her friend's house to walk home. It was less than a mile away, a path she had taken before. The air was calm, the streets familiar, but Carlie had no idea that danger was waiting. To save time, she chose a shortcut through a car wash parking lot on Bee Ridge Road. That small decision turned into the moment that would shock an entire nation. Surveillance cameras above the lot recorded everything, grainy, but clear enough to capture the terror about to unfold.
911, what's the location of the emergency?
My daughter is missing.
What's your address, ma'am?
She's gone. We can't find her anywhere. I've called all her friends.
How old is she?
11.
Okay, what's her name, ma'am?
Carlie, C-A-R-L-I-E.
And last name?
Brucia, B-R-U-C-I-A.
At 6:43 p.m., a man appeared in the frame. He walked straight toward Carlie with chilling confidence. For a few seconds, he spoke to her as if trying to gain her trust. Then, without hesitation, he grabbed her by the arm and pulled her away. Carlie didn't scream. She didn't fight. She looked confused, frozen in fear, as this stranger led her out of sight. That video would soon become one of the most haunting images in true crime history.
She was snatched off the streets and then murdered, her abduction caught on camera. And now the Sarasota case that shocked the entire country is back in the spotlight.
Millions would watch it on the news, helplessly seeing the exact moment innocence was stolen. And yet, in that terrifying instant, no one knew who the man was, where he was taking Carlie, or that the clock on her life had already started ticking. The chilling footage goes public by the evening of February 1st, 2004. Carlie's parents knew something was terribly wrong. She had missed dinner. Her phone went unanswered, and hours had passed with no sign of her. At 8:00 p.m.
911, what's the location of the emergency?
My daughter is missing.
What's your address, ma'am? And your phone number? Okay. Has she been missing before?
No. She had a fight with her girlfriend. She decided to walk home, and we've been driving around about an hour and a half.
They reported her missing, and police immediately launched a search. Detectives quickly obtained the surveillance tape from the car wash on Bee Ridge Road. What they saw was every parent's nightmare, an 11-year-old child being led away by a strange man. The timestamp on the footage read 6:43 p.m., proof of the exact moment Carlie vanished. Within 24 hours, the Sarasota Sheriff's Office made a bold move. They released the video to the public, hoping someone would recognize the abductor. By February 2nd, the footage was broadcast across Florida, and soon after, it appeared on every major national news channel. Viewers sat in shock as the grainy clip replayed again and again. Carlie, small and vulnerable, taken so calmly it was almost surreal. The man wasn't masked. He wasn't hiding. He looked like any ordinary person. That made it even more terrifying. Thousands of calls flooded police hotlines. Tips came in from neighbors, co-workers, and even strangers who swore they recognized the man. But the most chilling part was knowing the clock was ticking. For every hour Carlie remained missing, hope faded a little more. This was no longer just a Sarasota case. It had become a national race against time. And the world was watching. The man behind the mess, Joseph P. Smith. As the chilling footage spread across the country, detectives worked non-stop to identify the man who had taken 11-year-old Carlie Brucia. The community's phone lines buzzed with tips, but one name came up more than once. Joseph P. Smith, a 37-year-old mechanic living in Sarasota. Smith was no stranger to police. His rap sheet stretched back years, filled with drug charges, violence, and multiple arrests. He was a man with a dangerous past, a person who should have never been near a child. When investigators showed the tape to people who knew him, the reaction was immediate. They recognized him. By February 3, 2004, just 2 days after Carlie vanished, Smith was taken into custody. Police questioned him for hours, but he denied everything. He claimed he didn't know Carlie, that he wasn't the man in the video. But detectives weren't convinced. His appearance, the build, the face, the hair, matched perfectly. Meanwhile, the FBI joined the case, knowing the chances of finding Carlie alive were shrinking fast. Behind closed doors, investigators feared the worst, but without Carlie's body, they couldn't prove what had happened. Smith's history painted a horrifying picture. He wasn't just troubled, he was dangerous. And now all signs pointed to him being the man who had snatched Carlie off the street in plain sight. The world waited, holding on to a sliver of hope. But just days later, the truth would surface, and it was far more devastating than anyone could bear. Justice and aftermath. After the heartbreaking discovery of Carlie Brucia's body on February 6, 2004, investigators built their case against Joseph P. Smith. The evidence was overwhelming. His DNA was found, his criminal history revealed his violent tendencies, and the surveillance video showed the world exactly what he had done. In 2005, Smith stood trial for kidnapping, sexual battery, and first-degree murder. The courtroom was packed with reporters, grieving family members, and a community desperate for justice. The prosecution painted Smith as a predator who had hunted down an innocent child. The defense tried to argue otherwise, but the truth was undeniable. On November 15, 2005, the jury delivered their verdict, guilty on all counts. Smith showed little emotion as the judge sentenced him to death. For Carlie's family, there was some relief, but no sentence could ever erase the nightmare they had lived through. The case left deep scars on Sarasota and the nation. That haunting footage of Carlie's abduction continued to replay in the minds of millions, a chilling reminder of how quickly innocence can be stolen. Parents became more cautious, children were warned never to walk alone, and conversations about child safety took on new urgency. Even years later, Carlie's story is remembered as one of the most twisted and unforgettable crimes in American history. A little girl's life was cut short, but her case continues to serve as a warning of the evil that sometimes walks among us. Carlie Brucia's case is one of the most twisted and unforgettable crimes in American history. A simple walk home turned into a tragedy that shocked the nation. If this story chilled you as much as it did me, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another true crime story. And let me ask you, do you think cases like this could be prevented if repeat offenders were kept off the streets? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay safe, and remember, sometimes evil hides in plain sight.